A very good morning to everyone. I'm on behalf of Chevron Oronite. Thank you this opportunity for me to present the Accelerate Your GF-7 Readiness with Chevron Oronite. So Chevron Oronite recognized the needs to provide additional information. Sorry, just let me adjust this. For the automotive segments, to address the need and challenges that this new category will bring to you and your business, and how Chevron Oronite could meet your needs. Chevron Oronite is a global additive leader in solutions. This presentation will provide the latest GF-7 solutions of the automotive engine trends, Chevron Oronite technology, and how our technology could meet your needs. Chevron Oronite formulates to optimize treat rate in meeting the industry claims as well as the OEM approvals. So this is just a short introduction of myself. My name is Jeng. I am the customer technical support for Chevron Oronite, based in Singapore. Looking at the trends of the global automotive lubricant market, on the left-hand side, you could see that the global trends is continuing to be predicted to grow steadily until the year 2029. Beyond the year 2029, it is predicted to decline steadily because of a certain few factors. First of all, is the vast majority popular of the electric vehicles penetration in the market. This has actually affected the sales of the internal combustion engines. On top of that, the oil tends to be performing better in terms of drain intervals. This has the adverse effect on reducing of the global additive demands over the next couple of years from the year 2030. As you can refer to the right-hand side of the slides, we dive deep into the APAC region, and it is predicted that the Asia-Pacific demands will continue to grow until the year 2023. Alongside with that, the demand is predicted to decline after the year 2033. As you can compare the global demand versus the Asia-Pacific region, it has a lag of 2 to 3 years predicted. It's because the developing country that Asia-Pacific covers would require the growth to be a longer time predicted in our data. EV and the longer drain interval has an adverse effect on the global additive demands as well as the lubricant demands that we are going to predict in the next couple of years. I would like to talk a little bit on the historical changes in the performance category. So just now, as mentioned, the USEC GF-7 is going to be on the first licensing date of 31st March 2025. As we discussed on GF-7, API has announced that it will be the first licensing date, but they have not announced the last allowable use of the GF-6 category. So in the past, the first licensing date versus the last allowable use of the previous category ranges around 11 to 13 months. Alongside with GF-7, it is predicted that the Dexos 1 Gen 4 will be launched in the year 2027 by General Motors. With the Dexos 1 Gen 4 specification being launched, there will be several new engine tests to be introduced by GM to cater for this category. After the year 2027, we are expecting the USEC GF-8 to be introduced in 2028. This GF-8 will be introduced alongside of a new sludge test and a new method of measuring the fuel economy more effectively. And both of these will require new engine tests as well. Over the past 50 years, the oil industry has experienced a performance upgrade in about every 5 years. As you can see in this chart, I would just like to highlight a few key points here. Number 4 and number 6, So number 4 and number 6 is actually the engine sludge protection, and number 6 is the corrosive wear protection. And you can see from this spider chart, there is no changes within the last few categories. However, this is not always the case. If I could draw a little bit further into the history, when we upgrade from GF2 to GF3, there's a huge uptreat of antioxidants to address the hot sludge issue in the engine oil performance that is experienced by several OEMs. And the most latest category before GF7, the API SM Plus, it's designed or is released to address the failing engines that's experienced by several OEMs on the turbocharged direct injection engines, and this is to address the LSPI issue on API SM Plus. And I would like you to focus on the orange circle, and number 1, number 5, number 8, and number 9. So number 1 is the improvement in piston cleanliness. Number 5 is the improvement in fuel economy. Number 8 is the improvement in timing chain wear, as well as the last attribute is being added into GF7 for the LSPI H oil category. Sorry. The GF7 improvement that is the most important to the OEM is actually the new and H oil fuel economy test. This improvement is not only help the automakers to meet the corporate average fuel efficiency, which is known as the CAFE limits, but it also benefits the end user. The test helps to evaluate the LSPI throughout the oil change interval has been developed, known as the sequence 9 H oil performance attribute. New limits for the existing engine performance against the hot temperature sludge piston deposit, as well as reduction in wear is being tightened in GF7. Other aspects of GF7 including a maximum limit of sulfated ash, cold temperature pumpability, and tighter limits of the some of the engine tests, alongside with 4 new seal tests to prevent the engine oil from leaking. This table actually summarizes the limits between GF7 and GF6, and I would like the audience to only focusing on the second column and the last column. So as we go through this table, so first of all is the piston deposit cleanliness. From the GF7 to from GF6 to GF7, there's an improvement of 9.5% in terms of the piston cleanliness measured using sequence 3H. Alongside with that, the fuel economy improvement has been ranging from 7% to 20% versus the previous category of GF6. And the new category attribute is being added is the H oil LSPI. And the next is the timing chain wear measured using sequence 10 is being improved by 5.9%. The fresh oil MRV has been tightened on the finished oil formulation by 33%. The sulfated ash limit is being introduced in GF7 category at 0.9 weight percentage max. New oil gelation test has been added into GF7 category as a rate and report. Last but not least, 4 new seal tests has been added into qualifying GF7 category. Chevron Oronite has been actively involved in industry discussion over the past several months, leading to this accelerated of implementation in GF7. It reiterates our position to support the timely implementation for this new category, addressing the issues and challenges of our customers, OEMs, but not limiting to the expectation of the marketing, so the lubricant manufacturer. Early this year in May, Chevron Oronite is the first additive company to announce that we are ready for GF7 solutions. I will share more details on our technology in the next couple of slides. Over the past few decades, regulation has largely focused on tailpipe emission reduction. So this has led to the fuel economy to gain importance in reducing the emission. As engine downsize in displacement and will make more efficient, while considering the end user to expect the power delivery of the engines to be better or constant, this has led to an increase in power density of engine design. However, increase in power density of engines has led adverse effect on the engine oil as well as the additive system. Increase in fuel economy while maintaining the durability of the engines is the main focus of OEMs. In Chevron Oronite, when we design the GF-7 solutions, we are focusing on these two attributes while maintaining our solutions economical to our customers. Our award-winning GF-6 solutions, which you can see from here, OLOA 55516 and OLOA 55600, has been proven worldwide performance. And now it can be upgraded to GF-7. These two technology has met the title limits of fuel economy as well as the title limit on engine test in GF-7. In this section, I will dive deep into the key value proposition, engine test results, as well as the base oil coverage of our two technologies. So starting off with our 55516 technology, it is a flexible solution. So on the left-hand side of the slides, the base treat rate can be directly upgraded to GF-7 solutions, as well as the up-treated to meet a certain OEMs. With a booster of OLOA 58866, it could meet and claim Dexos 1 Gen 3. And on the right-hand side of the chart, it summarizes the key features and benefits of our 55516 technology. I would just like to draw 3 key points for our audience to take note on our technology. First of all, this technology of our 55516 can be directly upgraded to GF-7. In other words, we are considering on the total cost of ownership in reducing your cost of change, reducing your complexity of change, as well as improving or extending your product life cycle from GF-6 to GF-7. Alongside with that, our base oil coverage in Group 2 and Group 3 is having a worldwide coverage of different base oils. And with our technology in the viscosity modifier of 24 SSI and 35 SSI, this could help our customers or you to have a flexible in supply chain challenges. Last but not least, our OLOA 55516 is field tested. The field trial data, the use oil analysis data, and the rated parts are available for our customers for their marketing needs. Let's dive deep into the engine test that we have generated using our OLOA 55516 technology. So on the left-hand side, let's take the first line of sequence 6E test in SAE XW20. So our technology of 55516 has generated the data at 5.0. As compared to the limit of GF-7, it is minimum requirement of 4.3, which means that our technology is capable in providing the fuel economy on your finished oil formulation. As on the right-hand side, you can refer to the engine protections measured using sequence 3H test. So the minimum requirement on GF-7 is rated as 4.6 minimum on the weighted piston deposit. And our technology is meeting this requirement at 4.6. And speaking on the PV's increased limit of 100%, our technology is sitting at 20%, which is way better than the limit. The new category or attribute that is added into the GF-7, which is the sequence 9H oil, our technology of 55516 has generated the data and comfortably meet the limits of these new attributes. And talking about sequence 10 and also the MRV measuring the coal pumping capability, our technology is also capable in meeting that specifications. The sulfated ash in the finished oil is measured at 0.72 weight percentage max, which is lower than the limit of GF-7 at 0.9 weight percentage. So this can help to protect your GPF better. Last but not least, we are testing on the 4 new seal tests to qualify for the GF-7 specification. Moving on for our base oil coverage, our technology is able to cover 14 Group 3 base oil and 9 Group 2 base oil currently. So the Group 3 base oil that is included is the Etro, Etro Plus, U-Base, U-Base Plus, Kicks Dubo Group 3, Aramco Ultra. All these Group 3 base oil are readily available in our region. Alongside with that, the Group 2 base oil coverage, including the Chevron base oil Group 2, the ExxonMobil EHC Group 2, Famosa, Sinopec, etc. This could provide better flexibility for your supply chain challenges. Not only on that, I would like you to focus on the highlighted yellow color, which is the Sinova. This is a bio-derived base oil, and our 55516 technology is capable to qualify this base oil for GF-7. And last but not least, I would like to highlight that we are working on to qualify Pentas Flora re-refined base oil in our technology for GF-7 as well. Moving on to our second technology, our Oloa 55600. So this is also a flexible solution. As you can see on the left-hand side of the slides, the base treat rate can be directly upgraded to GF-7. With up-treating 55600, we are able to meet the Dexos 1 Gen 3. On the right-hand side, it tabulates the key value propositions of our 55600 technology. Same as 55516, I would just like to highlight 3 key value propositions. First of all, our 55600 technology is able to upgrade directly to GF-7. So in terms of the total cost of ownership, it helps our customer to reduce in the total cost of change, reduce in complexity, and at the same time improve or increase your product life cycle from GF-6 to GF-7. Secondly, the base oil coverage in 55600 is also having a wide coverage, and I will expand a little further in the next slide. Finally, 55600 is field tested, and the field trial data, the use oil analysis, as well as the rated parts are available for our customers to meet their marketing needs. So for the engine test of 55600 technology, on the left-hand side, looking at the fuel economy tightening of GF-7, our 55600 technology is measured at 4.7, which meets the minimum requirement of 4.3 for GF-7 for the SAE XW20. On the right-hand side, talking about the piston deposit on sequence 3H, our 55600 technology is able to be rated at 4.6, which meets the minimum requirement of GF-7 at 4.6. And for the PVs increase, our data generated is at 22%, which is way lower than the limit of 100%. As for the new attributes of LSPI sequence 9H, we are comfortably meeting the limits of GF-7. For sequence 10 and also the MRV, our finished oil formulation will be able to meet the requirement as well for GF-7. The sulfated ash content in this technology is 0.75 weighted percentage versus the limit of 0.9 weight max for GF-7. We are running the 4 new seal tests to be qualified for the GF-7 category. Next, let's dive deep into our base oil coverage. So for 55600 technology, we have actually completed the sequence 3H single technology matrix and also the BOI base oil interchange testing. So what does it mean? As you refer to the left-hand side of the table, all the Group 2 base oil that is having this property is able to be qualified for GF-7 in our 55600 technology. As for the Group 3 base oil coverage, it could cover base oils such as Etro Plus, Kicks Turbo Group 3, Armco Ultra, U-Base Plus, which is widely available in our region. And I would like to highlight that we are also able to qualify in our in bio-derived base oil such as Sinova. Re-refined base oil such as Pentas Flora is currently in progress of meeting the GF-7 requirement. GF-7 is the next passenger car motor oil category that will be launched on the 31st March 2025. It covers the enhancement in fuel economy as well as the tighter limits for the engine protection. So let me take a pause here to ask the audience, are you ready for GF-7 launching, which is 6 months from today? Chevron Oronite with our current GF-6 technology, the Oloa 55516 and the Oloa 55600, it's directly able to upgrade to GF-7. With the consideration of total cost of ownership, we are able to provide this solution to reduce customers' complexity in change, reduction of cost in change, as well as to increase your product life cycle from GF-6 to GF-7. And last but not least, we have a wide coverage of support in this region through our resellers or through direct. And you can refer to this chart for more information. We also have a booth in this exhibition, and please feel free to drop by our booth to discuss a little bit further on your requirement and how Chevron Oronite could meet your needs in this new category of USEC GF-7. Thank you. That's a very good question. So for base oil like Sinova, when they release the specs, if it's under Group 3, then it's a Group 3 base oil. If it's under Group 2, then it's qualified as a Group 2 base oil. So it depends on the specification of the specs that the suppliers provide. For example, just let me give you an example for such as Pentas Flora. They are going to announce, or they have announced that they're going to have a Group 250 base oil that could be able to qualify in our technology. Yep.
Okay, so all of these different base oils still either have to fall within 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Yes.
Okay, we have a question from the floor. What's the difference between 55600 and 55516?
Okay, so 55600 and 55516 is having the similar performance category, and it is designed for different regions. So in terms of the performance level, both has no drastically difference. It's just a regional difference in product offering.
Any other questions? I think you did a good job.
Thank you.
Everyone now understands GF-7. Thank you so much, Jeng. Our next speaker is going to be talking about natural gas.